Hello, my friends. This is Eli Gonzalez coming to you from the marvelous mountains of Tennessee. We love coming up here. You know, we love this time of the year. It just gets cooler. The leaves are about to change in the next couple of weeks. And you know, for the longest time, we lived in tropical weather, right? So, you know, to be able to see the changes of the leaves, all the things that change in fall, we never got to see that. So it's really exciting to be here. Now, the reason I'm talking to you today, though, was because I want you to be able to go to wherever you want to, right? Be in the places that you want to be. Now, for me, for the longest time, was to be in the beaches of the world, right? And I did that for a very, very long time, over 20 years actually. Now I've changed, and I want to be around, you know, hiking and going up and down mountains and be around waterfalls like this. You know, that's what excites me. But it's not about me, right? It's about you. And I want to congratulate you for actually taking the step of getting started with us, because with our team, with our process, with our systems that we have in place, you're going to be able to perhaps very soon one day be able to do this kind of stuff, right? And I love it because I actually, over the last about 3 or 4 years, I've actually helped over 3,500 people, actually very close to 4,000 people, get started online. And that just, it blows my mind when I see somebody that just started, right, has no idea how to do any of this stuff online, and even more so when somebody has been trying to do it for a long time online and hasn't made it. How, you know, in a very short amount of time, with the right training, with the right things that they're going to be able to offer, they're going to be able to boom, you know, rise, you know, it's like somebody let off a big old, you know, firework. It just took off, right? And that's what I'm looking forward to being able to hopefully share with you, those ideas, how to do that, you know, and how to get there. However, you know, I think if you've seen the other video, you know, the other program that we did before this, we don't work with everybody, right? I definitely don't work with everybody. I'm very choosy, because what I found out after, you know, training so many people is that this is not for everybody. It's not for everybody. And what I'm looking for right now is for people, one, first, they have huge goals, right? And, you know, sometimes that's monetary goals. That could be huge, right? But also other kind of goals, right? And some people have, you know, they want to give back in a huge way, and they can't, you know. And there's other people that just, you know, want to give back to their families. Other people that their huge thing is about the world, right? So everything in between. So I want to know that you have a big goal like that, something that's bigger than yourself, right? Something that's even something that you could never see yourself almost doing without having the right tools to do it. So that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a big thinker, somebody that also has a way to think around problems, right? So the first thing, big goals. Second thing, big thinker, right? So it's like I'm looking for this huge things. I like the waterfall behind me, right? Actually, this feeds another waterfall that is taller than all the other waterfalls in the continuous United States, and it's on the other side. If I have the time to climb down, I'll love to make a video and I'll put it in here. But I don't know if I'm gonna have time today. But you know, I love huge things like that, right? Everybody does. Everybody likes to see huge things. Well, I like to think. I like to work with people that think huge, and also people that have huge goals. Now, the last thing that I need from you is to let me know. I'm looking for people that really, you know, they're willing to learn. They're there, right? They're teachable. They're coachable. They're just ready to learn. They're just ready to do something already, right? And they've been through a lot of different things and got taught by a lot of people that have not been there yet, right? By the way, you always want to learn from people that are where you're at, are where you want to be at. And you know, being able to learn from people like that, it just, you know, you get shortcuts that you can't do on your own. And even if you've been doing this for a while, right? Yeah, a lot of people come online and they thought they were going to make it big, and they didn't. And a lot of times it's because they're missing one or two little ingredients. A lot of people are actually running and they're working really, really, really hard and getting very little returns on the other side, right? And then there's people that are coming here for the first time, right? They've never been online. They know that there's money to be made online, but they have no idea how. Well, it doesn't matter where you're at. What I'm looking for is people with those three qualities. If you have those three qualities, I have friends all over the world, traveling all over the world, living their lives with their families, doing what they want because they learned how to do this. And you can too, okay? So that's what I'm looking for. I have a questionnaire below here that I want you to go ahead and fill out, because before you actually can get a chance to actually schedule with me. Because as soon as you actually fill that out, I'll get a notification. I'm going to go over them. Go ahead and schedule with me, okay? Now, if I see that you're missing some of the qualities that I'm looking for, I'll contact you. Don't worry about it. But go ahead and schedule anyways. I want to give everybody a chance to be able to work with us. At the same time, if I see something that's just not going to work out, it's okay. I understand that this is not for everybody. Maybe you're not quite where we want to be, with the people that we want to work with. Doesn't mean that you can't work towards it. And I'm actually going to help you. The very first thing I'm going to do, it's actually when you go schedule, you're going to have a special bonus there. And the special bonus, it's a book that actually helped me out to start thinking completely different, completely outside the box of corporate America, completely different even than the stuff that I was doing as a small business owner before I came online. So I want you to go ahead and start reading that book, okay? And whether we work together or not, we part as friends or we don't. If we work together, I still want you to read that book. If you don't work with me, keep that book, read it. Maybe perhaps after you read it, you'll understand where we're coming from, and you could always apply again, right? So that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for people, those three things. Remember, you have to have a huge, huge, huge goal. I want you to have a way to work around issues. Maybe you can tell me how you worked around some other problem in the past. Whatever you want to share with me that tells me that you're a big thinker, right? That you're not going to let the simplest little rock, you should see where I have to walk to get here. There's rocks, boulders all over the place. When you're trying to get to somewhere like here, right? I want to be here. I want to see this waterfall. Well, you work yourself around it. You find a way, right? But if you that's not a big deal for you, and you don't have a big goal, you don't really care, you don't really normally think around things, well, you don't make it. You just look at it and you come up with an excuse of why you can't do it, right? And I've seen friends. I've taken friends out to these places, and they see that they got to get their feet wet sometimes. They got to go over these boulders. It's like, you know what? No, I'll just take a picture and we can go home from here. If you're like that with business, right, or if you're like that with life, go ahead and do something else. It's good. And the reason I'm telling you this is to save both of us time, because when people are like that and you don't have a big way to look around things, find a way around a problem, entrepreneurship is big boulders and finding a way to go over the top of them, around them, or smash them and get them out of the way, and you go through it no matter what. And that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for somebody that's really going to have that mentality, and they have huge goals, and nothing's going to get in the way. Now, of course, there's people like that don't really work well with other people, right? And I'm not looking for that kind of people, that kind of person also, right? I mean, if you know how to do it, go ahead and do it, right? I don't mind. But if you really want to learn how we're doing it and how we've been able to help a lot of people do it, well, then that's okay. That's what I'm looking for, right? I'm looking for teachable, coachable, ready to learn, not tell me how they did it or how they want to do it, okay? All right, that's it. If you can answer that questionnaire, I'm looking forward to meeting with you. Our whole team is, and I'm looking forward to for you to actually schedule a call as soon as possible so that we can actually get started as soon as possible. Take care. Okay. I had to share this with you because this is a beautiful, amazing place. And, as we start doing things and you start getting to be able to go to the places that you love in the world, this is one of them that I love to come to all the time. Maybe when we meet, you can tell me the places that you like to visit in the world and what you like to do. Take care. See you soon.